Ladies and gentlemen, hello. I haven't streamed in a long time. It's been 2 weeks, nearly 2 weeks, like 10 days. Been having a little break, which is always nice. Always refreshing and good for mental health. But there's a big tournament going on right now. So much has happened. I have not played any Marvel Snap since Kitty Pryde came out. But I've been keeping a close eye on everything. And there's a big tournament going down today, which I'm particularly interested in seeing what kind of decks do very well in. The tournament's already quite far through. We're going to be watching the finals in just a minute. Well, in about 30 minutes or so. It's currently ongoing, as you can see here. But Freddy Babes, a good friend of mine, unsurprisingly to me, has made it through to the winner's bracket final. And he's got a couple of decks. I believe each player just picks a deck. So we can take a look at the two decks which are doing very well for him. It is open lists. He's got a high evolutionary deck, which is probably not surprising to anyone. Now, it's not a Thanos build. Thanos is one that I thought might be likely. There's a Luke Cage in there, which is going to be good for the mirrors. A Sunspot and a Nebula, which are going to be good cards for any deck which isn't playing Killmonger against any deck. There's an Enchantress there, which is going to be good for shutting down Patriot type decks. There's also perhaps hitting your opponent's Luke Cage in a mirror matchup. And then the She-Hulk is in there, I suppose, so you can do some Sunspot stuff on turn 5 skip. And then you can play like Abomination She-Hulk on turn number 6. So an interesting take on High Evolutionary. We will be jumping on when there's some games going on. We will be watching them. And he's also brought Galactus, so two very polarizing decks from Freddy, which are clearly doing very well for him. And I like this mentality in this kind of tournament where you've got two different decks, which are, it's open lists, and you can pick which one you play before each series. Because basically what Freddy's saying here is, well, I can see exactly what decks my opponent has, and if they have any of the answers to my big cards like High Evolutionary, like with a Luke Cage, or Galactus by something like an Arrow or whatever, then he can just pick the other one. So it's a very polarizing approach from Freddy. Galactus, of course, performing very well anyway, just in the general tournament, in the general meta. And yeah, High Evolutionary, obviously the new card. I am very excited to check it out. Like I say, I have not played any flipping Snap. Let's see, when the last time I played it, 20th of May, 6 days ago. I ain't even done the update, bro. Look at that. Yeah, I've been enjoying my time off though, so it is what it is. So we can take a quick look at the bracket here. Let me go over here. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Hey, Flo. Only my opinion, since the launch of Evo, are there more Galactus decks? It's quite possible, yeah, because High Evo, I guess, is bad against Galactus, right? It's one of the natural counter decks to High Evo. So in the description of the YouTube stream, there is some links to all the decks and the bracket as well. As you can see, the winner's bracket final is going to be going down pretty soon. Freddy Babes versus Fiona. So there is also a loser's bracket going on, but we're basically at the business end of things. So let's take a look at what Fiona's playing. As Fiona, who I've not heard of, I must confess. She just took down Spyro, who I also know from Gwent. She's got a Nebula Gotcha. So Nebula with Storm, Spider-Man, Professor X, Daredevil. This kind of shell of cards is something I used to play a very long time ago. Daredevil, Spider-Man, Storm, Pro X. Nebula fits in with both of them fantastically well. The Green Goblin offering that little bit of clog potential with Daredevil as well. Gamora, Magneto, Scorpion, Armor. A little bit of a weird one, right? Like with the Armor, I feel like the Sunspot would be worth it, especially with Professor X and Storm. The Scorpion, I'm struggling to see how worth it that is. But looks like a nice deck nonetheless, and obviously it's got her very far. And then the other one is a Dino Dark Hawk deck. So if we just look at how these decks are going to match up into Freddy's, for example, right? Freddy's got the Galactus. Freddy's got the High Evolutionary. It doesn't look like either of these decks have an abundance of answers. I mean, the Lockdown deck, maybe, because of Daredevil. Daredevil's quite a lot of info. The Green Goblin. So maybe this is going to put Freddy off from playing Galactus because of the Daredevil, the Spider-Man, the Green Goblin. And therefore, he is most likely going to have to play his High Evolutionary. And you would imagine that this deck is actually pretty decent into High Evolutionary, right? With the Storm, with the Lockdown stuff, with the Nebula. So, looks like This deck is maybe the Nebula Storm deck is looking like a really nice approach of dealing with high evolutionary, which is quite exciting.
Counter some of your opponent's lineups.
So we'll just keep an eye on this. Let's take a quick look at the untapped data as well from the last day. I've just realized my white balance is all off on my camera. I'm not this pale, guys, I promise. I've actually caught a bit of a tan. There we go. That's how I actually look. I have caught a bit of a tan. I've been outside a little bit recently. How's everyone doing? Hey, TMS. Great to see you, man. Yeah, I'm alright. I've been better. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Gonna just be watching... Oh, here we go. Alright, the finals. Or the winner's bracket final.
Yeah, it looks like Fiona's sticking with the Devil Dino.
Oh, she's actually gone with Dino Darkhawk stuff. So we've got Fiona up top here.
You know, might as well just stick with it if that's
who am I replacing?
Absolutely.
I
And
feel
this
so
deck
bad.
is no slow.
Alright, so we got Fiona, who's got some kind of cuddly toy, up against my good friend Freddy Babes. I'm going to make myself a bit bigger. Hey, Kool-Aid. So, Freddy is... His first card down is Nebula. I'm pretty sure he only had Nebula in one of his 2 decks, which was the... High Evolutionary one. So this is going to be my first time ever watching High Evo in action. I have not watched a single bit of gameplay of this new card. Hey, Squilson. Good to see you, mate. Thank you. I've had a much needed break, honestly. It wasn't planned, I'll be honest. I accidentally took nearly 2 weeks off, but yeah. Wasp come down and it flip in. Oh my goodness. That's pretty OP. So Wasp is what, like, inflicting... It's like on reveal. Alright, the White Queen, the Sentinel. So we have Asgard Atalan in play, Atlantis down the middle. White Queen gives us a little bit of information over what's in Freddy's hand. High Evo is in Freddy's hand. I'm guessing you don't actually want to play High Evo, guys? Is that how it's working? Busy with Gwent open? No. Definitely not. I'm not casting any Gwent. I've not been asked to, and I don't think it would be right that I did, seeing as I haven't played the game at all, right? I've just been having some me time. Just been... I don't know, man. Like, if I was super enjoying the game, I would have obviously been playing, but I've literally not been playing. I think a break is nice. So, yeah, you're not looking to actually play High Evo. That makes a lot of sense. I'll just be taking a look at a few of the decks over the next couple days. I don't know if I'm going to get the card myself at this point. I was planning on building some counter decks. I guess it only came out yesterday, right? So 2 Shang-Chi's, Sentinel. The Dino goes down the middle. And it's an Abomination. Both eking up that Atlantis juice. The Nebula grows, the Sunspot grows. No player has snapped, so it's a 1 cube game. If either player retreats. Shang-Chi ×2. Oh my goodness. Will we see the snap from Fiona? We don't. Will we see the retreat from Freddy? I like this decision from Fiona not to snap. She's probably feeling pretty confident. If Freddy plays another card into Atlantis, the Abomination will still be at 9 as well. Well, we do see a snap. Is that from Freddy? No. It was, in fact, not. And I almost think that this decision from Fiona might have been a mistake, because she might have just been able to eke out that 1 extra cube, right? But the Moon Girl Shang-Chi combo is popping off. Mott Island showing up. I've not heard of Fiona before. Good on her. Obviously, quicker you get stuff into Mert Island, the faster it's going up. So this is the winners bracket final. So both these players have yet to lose a game. It's a super stacked tournament. I was actually in it. Unfortunately, I got disqualified. Oops. Classic? Yeah. Alright, the Wasp hits the Quinjet. The reason I got disqualified is because I am a bad man. It's true. Rockside coming through on 3. Getting that clog action. Nah, I was supposed to submit deck list yesterday, but I didn't. I didn't even update my game, bro, let alone submit decks. If I did submit decks, they would have been jank. I would have just played like Silver Surfer or something. The good news is I did just go to the gym for the first time in 2 weeks. So we're back. I've been going outside, I've been doing a lot of cardio, been kind of eating okay. But yeah. The Rockside comes through. 5 power Rockside. The Misty Knight as well. And then here comes She-Hulk. It does look like She-Hulk's been putting in quite a bit of work for Freddy. So far I'm not too impressed though. Hey Eric, great to see you. The bad man in this sense, TMS though, is good. It's like a bad boy, yeah? But you're right, I'm actually not a bad man. We do see a snap. I would imagine this one, based off where Fiona's cursor was from Freddy. Yeah, you can still see the circles highlighting around the cube. And in fact, Fiona, not going to retreat. She ain't scared. The snap goes through. The Abomination comes down on turn number 4 because of that Elysium. Looks like they're sitting behind me. The Mystique's going to copy Darkhawk. The Coulson's going to come through. And there is still room to play that Sentinel, leaving a spot open in Mert Island as well. Thanks, Joshua. That'd be good, mate. So Coulson gives a Drax and a Sarah, not the best. The Drax isn't so bad. The Enchantress comes through, but not until after the Mystique already copied the Darkhawk. So the Mystique is still working. It's a 1-point lead off to the left as it stands for Freddy. Korg off the top is going to cost absolutely nothing. Drax is a pretty nice option though into Mer Island, right? Oh, bold decision to go for the Shang-Chi to the left. This is not currently hitting anything. So Fiona banking on Freddy playing something there, which is 9 stats or more. But then she's also adding in essentially 3 points. So Freddy just needs to play something between 3 and 8 power here into Mer Island to secure Mer Island. He's already winning middle. So something between 3 and 8 power. Obviously open lists. He's very well aware that Shang-Chi is available for Fiona. She's not going to want to play it into Wakanda for obvious reasons. So Freddy's definitely going to have the read here. The question is, does he, follow through with the read? Does he have a card he can play? Like High Evolutionary would actually win it to the left, right? I think Freddy's going to be winning this. Me knowing the level of card gamer we're talking about, yeah, there it is, the thing. It comes through, and there's the High Evo. The Shang-Chi doesn't do it. And Freddy strikes back with a 4-cube victory. I never doubted him for a second, mate. Freddy's just a god gamer.
Heads up play by Freddy.
All right. Yeah, and after the snapping is done today, we are going to be checking out the new Warhammer card game. It's a demo, a free demo, available until June 1st. The game's coming out later this year. You can use my link. Looks like there's a bit of a bug here. They're going to have to rejoin the game. So it's called Warhammer 40,000 Warpforge. I'll show you guys quickly the old Steam page. I've heard pretty good things. It's single player, I believe. Free-to-play digital collectible card game set in the 41st millennium. Warpforge will bring together all the major factions of the Warhammer 40,000 universe as digital cards for players to collect and do battle with in brutal and fast-paced skirmishes. So the demo is available as of today. It got announced yesterday. So yeah. It's DC card, mate. I was actually just speaking to a friend of mine about that just before, about this DC card game. We are still very much waiting. Might be worth checking out. Yeah, let me see what other info I've got from what they sent to me. Players will command the greatest factions of the galaxy. It's based on the tabletop game called Warhammer 40,000. It's still in development, scheduled for full release this year. Oh, they've had previous demos for it where they've showed 5 factions, but this one, they're presenting a new one, the Tyrannid Leviathan Hive Fleet. So yeah, the demo's available until June 1st. You can use my link in the description. Download it for free on Steam. Feel free. Yeah, my sister's husband is big into Warhammer, so I let him know about this one. So I'm going to have to let him know. Yeah, my understanding is it's single player, and yeah, I've heard pretty good things about it. Single player with like 5 or 6 different factions. 36 pre-built decks. Alright, cool. What happened to the game? It looks like some kind of battle mode bug. I've been seeing quite a few of them recently, actually, where it just kind of freezes up, right? Someone disconnects and then they have to rejoin it. Get it all working.
I think this is a good matchup, I would say, for
So there's a bunch of people streaming. I actually am not familiar with Fiona, but it looks like she's streaming based off of I think they're just grabbing it from her stream. But maybe she's just yeah. Gotta give the finalists a follow, bro. Doesn't look like she's streamed for that long. Awesome though. It's like, what a good way to make a bit of a name for yourself in the community, right? Just like casually get to the finals in a tournament. It's pretty insane. Hey Croquet, what's up? So what we'll do, we'll watch the end of this game and then we'll play some games of our own. We'll also take a moment then while we're waiting. If you guys can just let me know when it starts up again, I guess that's fine. We can take a look then at the meta according to Untapped and their data. Latest patch. Let's look at 70 to 100. I want to look at 100 plus. So stature just got nerfed, right? But it's looking like it's still very solid. Can't say I'm too surprised. A lot of people I saw like this. So this deck's lost 3 points now, right? It lost points on 4. Enchantress, Rockslide, Black Bolt. Bruv, where's stature? Not there. Where Gwent? Dude, I have not played Gwent in a very long time. I streamed Gwent once in the last, like, 8 months. Sarah Control looking nice. Not surprised to see Kitty Pryde making her way in there. This deck probably just wants to play Bast and Luke Cage, and then I think it looks really nice. That's what I was planning on playing before I realized this tournament was on. Bounce looking okay. Collector's interesting in Bounce. I can see it. Yeah, this looks nice. This actually looks really nice. Control with Storm. This looks like a high Evo deck. The first high Evo deck I'm seeing 53% win rate. Oh my. That's bloody ridiculous. Lockjaw looking good. I've also been hearing good things about Lockjaw. High Evo in there. Yeah, I've been hearing also good things about high Evo Thanos. Which obviously you're playing Lockjaw and Thanos as well, right? So it looks like this deck is also popping off. It's interesting that Lockjaw's making a comeback. Sarah Surfer kind of struggling. People still don't play the best versions of this deck though. Galactus looking really good. Discard, I'm happy to see, is looking solid as well. No Storm here. Seems a bit off. Okay, we're hopping on with a different game. Educated Collins is playing.
I don't know what you call this. It's like a
Sarah Point
Sarah.
Slam with death?
Yeah.
So it's Educated Collins against Owie. I've met Owie in person. French.
No Storm. No Profex.
So it's a death deck. What?
There are some,
Death?
but it's mostly just Green
It says
Goblin.
Killmonger, Sarah, Death. Oh wow. That's a new one.
Green
Seems to be
Goblin
the
on
only
Sinister
real-
London. It's really good.
This death seems very optimistic actually.
Oh
Wow.
So Owie played Iron Lad to copy
There's Nova as the only
that
one
actually
drop.
Just deactivated his own Zod.
Nova is literally the only one drop, and then he has Shang-Chi and a death. Seems ambitious. I respect it though. It's bold. Rockslide going through on Sinister London absolutely juices up Dark Hawk. Dark Hawk goes crazy. Nova into Sinister's no joke. That's going to make that death nice and cheap. Also flipping Sarah into Sinister. Well, he can't because he's playing on turn 5 now. Also hitting that Nebula down is just beautiful. We do see the retreat there from Owie. I think we're going to play some of our own games at this point. I'm kind of keen to jam. Because we were watching a game but we lost it, right? So the question is, do we play a high Evo? I think no. Then we're going to play some Sarah Control, bruv. Damn. It's quite the shop. There he is. I do have enough. Probably should buy him, right? Should I just buy him? We're not going to play him straight away. I want to play, like, against him first, really. Hey, Kitch. Yeah, back. Officially. Lots of streaming this weekend. Tonight's going to be a pretty short one in terms of Snap, as I'm going to be checking out Warhammer as a sponsored segment, but yeah, long old streams the next couple of days. Alright, well, we're going to play Sarah Control with Luke Cage to deal with, and I want to check out Kitty Pryde too. Kitty. Definitely want Bast. So Kitty allows us to play a 1-drop, which is pretty insane when you can play Killmonger as well. So if I was around making content, this would have been my day 1. Obviously not with Luke Cage. We'll put Hazmat in. Why not? We can play Enchantress because we have, even with Bast, like the Luke Cage is giving us value on that, right? Shang-Chi, Zabu, Iron Lad probably. We could also play Absorbing Man. Sentinel. We want Angela, that's for sure. We want Mysterio. We want Hit Monkey, so we're going to have to cut quite a lot of this shite. Zabu can go, I guess. Hit Monkey. Iron Lad copying Kitty is great. Uh-oh. Kitty, Angela, Snapworthy. Sounds about right. I mean, guys, this combo got nerfed as well, right? Like, oh my goodness. This card was so broken before. Anything else we want to play in? Sarah Control. This looks kind of fine. Take it for a spin, and then if there's anything I'm forgetting, you guys can let me know. Pretty excited to play him, man. Plan for tomorrow is a long stream. So we could turn 1 best, but we could hold it. We're not going to play any of these guys on turn 2, so... We could also add Chavez in, right, to increase the odds of like Kitty and stuff. Yeah, I probably will be getting high Evo. I didn't think I had that many tokens, to be honest. But I do want to buy a bunch of the movement cards, right? We're going to snap and we're going to go Mysterio, Hit Monkey, guys. I ain't even ranked 100, bruv. Can you believe that? It's a bit embarrassing. Alright, we are losing a Mysterio, unfortunately. But we still have room in the raft because of the Killmonger coming through. Jeez. I must say I'm pretty happy to be back playing Snap. I'm already excited. We'll just take the Sarah, of course. Think we'll give up on the left. Hazmat's kind of interesting because of the Hit Monkey. I mean, to be fair, we don't actually have to give up on left. Let's try it like this. Hey, GC Fresh, good to see you, man. Be well. Angela comes through. I'm doing alright, mate. I'm alright. I've not had the best couple of weeks, I'll be honest, but I'm chilling. I just got back from the gym for the first time in a couple of weeks, which was nice. Very human behavior. Oh, baby. Hey, Lion, great to see you, man. Guys, my friend Lionheart here got engaged, I think, since the last time I streamed. I'm pretty sure. Congrats to you. We're not playing Sentinel, but we have Kitty Pride. You don't want Sentinel and Kitty Pride, right? Kitty Pride replaces the Sentinel. Yeah, we've also got on Sunday Premier League football. Final day of the season, and unfortunately Everton still have it all to bloody play for. Might get relegated still. We have to win, which I must confess seems a little bit unlikely. I guess we go Mysterio Hitmonkey into cloning vats. Maybe the Killmonger shouldn't have actually gone down here and should have gone elsewhere. Luke Cage, Sarah, Enchantress, Kitty. For Iron Lad. Don't hate the sound of slamming Iron Lad. We never hit Kitty. I haven't got High Evo yet, but I might buy it. I have the tokens for it. Luke Cage, that's not so bad. I think this is Luke Cage, right? Yeah. Let's get the extra points on Hitmonkey and Mysterio. This bast is humongous. Ginormous. Gigantic. And yeah, the Bast, even though it lowers power of, like, the Iron Lad, actually doesn't, right? I wonder how Luke Cage is working with Mysterio, actually. That is something I'm not sure on. So they're winning Luke's bar. Unless I find a way to fill. I do also now have the Hazmat Luke Cage option. The plan was Mysterio, right? Mysterio is cracked.
Not all dragons crave gold, but I do.
Oh. Let's try this. Not sure how I feel about it. Yo, Sriracha Lost, thanks so much for the prime. What's up? I really appreciate that. Come on, Fernando, show us what you got, Sunshine. I was wondering if, like, any of our cards come back to our hand off Luke's bar, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen, unfortunately. Could I have done it? But the way Mysterio works, no, right? Thank God it's not Shang-Chi to the left. Looks like we should be fine. They need a lot of stats. Out the toffees. Come on, the boys. It is crazy how much Lampard's record is looking like this season. Oh, mate, it's only oh my God, 7 ranks. 7 cubes to hit rank. Oh my God. Okay. That seems pretty easy. I actually kind of like it though, right? The fact that you can climb a whole rank with 1 win. Sounds pretty good. We get snapped on turn 2. Bavno and Bugle. I mean, we got their Mysterio. Maybe they got our Mysterio. But this means I can play so many cards on the last turn. I refuse to give up here. They didn't play the Hood into bar. Bit sus. Shuri's Lab. You only face bots? Yeah, I mean, I haven't played. My MMR is very high, right? I have not played much this season, but I'm below rank 100. Yeah, it does make the speedrun a lot easier. Let's get our Enchantress doubled, I guess. We don't really want to play the Sarah here because that's where, you know, if we want to get the max hit monkey points, our Mysterios need to be going down there. Bass is interesting because it makes the Mysterio so much better, but it also makes our Bar with No Name worse. So let's not go for it. They can play Hood into Bar. So we have to win both the middle and the right because of Beast. Or perhaps not. Okay, looks like a win. For 4. Oh, I can still snap. The Mysterio... Okay, the snap didn't go through. So we lose the left as expected. However, as long as we have enough mid, we've got it. Unfortunately, I think Shang-Chi would have been enough on its own without the extra Mysterio. I think I actually lose, right? Yeah, we needed the real Mysterio mid. Stinker. We split the Mysterios, but we needed both mid. Bad decision making there, unfortunately. We outpointed them, obviously, just part of no name situation. As well as the bad decision making. Right, we'll probably buy high Evo and check him out then, yeah. Since he's a big bad. Quicksilver. Hey, oppression. Nowhere really, mate. I haven't played in a bit, so been having a break. Yeah, I've not honestly been getting up to too much. Looks like Agatha, of course. The odds that they'll play Agatha left, 1 in 3. In other words, it's not happening. We hit our Luke Cage here, which is a bit of a bummer. Pretty big bummer.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
So they missed Agatha. Wait, what? It's not an Agatha deck. It's a fake Agatha deck because... If you have Agatha in your deck... What? Okay, it's not actually an Agatha deck.
To me.
Do you know what is bloody scary? Odin mid. Oh my goodness. However will I deal with Odin mid, guys? This is horrible. Doctor Doom is actually scary. Doom off Odin beats off Jubilee beats us. Phew. You see why I didn't want to snap? We got there though. You click that hand deck, see it's bigger. That's true. I just assumed, right? I completely assumed it was Agatha, but in fact, we got baited. Hey Tim, great to see you, mate. How are you? So I pulled out of the tournament. Yeah, not intentionally, to be fair. I didn't know like the deck lists had to be submitted the day before, the night before. I woke up and found out I'd been disqualified. RIP. So Bass is better first. But Bass also does become more points, but it's 1 point extra on Kitty to play it like this. That's not very good. It's actually really bad. So looking forward to seeing you battle. Yeah, mate. RIP. Is this my high Evo Cans deck? Yeah, I mean, I think Sarah Control should just be pretty good. But I haven't been playing at all, right? So it's quite possible there's better ways of doing it. I mean, I actually just have to play Hitmonkey, which is really garbage. We're basically ready to concede this one, I would say. Okay, Luke Cage. It looks like a high Evo deck, doesn't it? High Evo Thanos. So maybe we're alright with the Killmonger. Gonna take Iron Lad, aka Sarah. I can smell the Sarah. This is a really nice avatar. It's almost worth the gold for this avatar. No, it's not. Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Alright, alright. We get ourselves a Luke Cage. Well, Enchantress there, Luke Cage. It's actually quite good, right? Because our Enchantress got basted. This gives us a couple of extra points at least. Well, we lost the high Evo. That's not ideal. I guess I'm gonna get myself high Evo. Check it out. Oh, baby. Alright, what I want to check out of high Evo is... probably just normal Lockjaw. Sounds kind of sexy, you know? Yo, Tim, thanks so much for $5, mate. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate it. So we want Wasp. We want loads of things with no ability, right? Right. So what does everything do? Wasp is OP. Missing out. When you end a turn with unspent energy, give another friendly card +1 power. Shock on reveal, give the leftmost card in your hand -1 cost. When you end a turn with unspent energy, afflict 2 random enemy power. Afflict a random enemy power. Okay, so we definitely want Thing. Abomination. I guess. We definitely want Chavez as Lockjaw. So, what was the Thing doing exactly? Afflict a random enemy card here with -1 power. Repeat this twice more. When you end a turn with unspent energy, afflict 2 random enemy. This doesn't sound that good. Shocker just sounds good. Cyclops is the best? Wait, really? Sunspotting for not She-Hulk and Hulk. Yeah, I can kind of see it. It's a lot for me to unpack. Let me look at the untapped one that they had up as a... So it has no Misty Knight, no Cyclops. Just lots of big boys. I like it. I like Thor in the stack. I like Jane Foster in the stack. Where's Jane? Oh, we need High Eva, of course. Oh, we got him. This... We could play Jubilee. Giganto Infinite. I do quite like Jubilee. Yeah, Doom's pretty good in Lockjaw too. I'm not against playing Doom. Nightcrawler, Vision. The other thing, of course, to try out is Thanos. Yeah, I actually don't love the sound of Shocker. The list that I'm just looking at an untapped list. So what does Shocker do? Give the leftmost card in your hand -1 cost. Yeah, doesn't sound that good. Misty sounds better because it's cheap. I guess the question is, what does it do? When you end a turn with unspent energy, give a friendly card +1 power. Yeah, I can actually see it. I'm not sure what... I'm not spending energy very often, though. I'd rather play Nightcrawler. Right? As a cheap card to put into the Lockjaw lane. We could play the Quicksilver Domino. Iron Lad. Is he good? Yeah, I mean, but Hulk's also... Right, so let me look at Hulk. +2 power for each turn you ended with unspent energy. Okay, cool. So we skipped turn 1. Happy days. We skipped turn 2. Happy days. And then he's already good. So let's just play no 1s or 2s. Or if we play a 1, we play Nightcrawler. This is just a cheap card to put into the Lockjaw lane, right? But I think we just don't bother. Yeah, Jubilee for sure. I just like Jubilee in these decks. A lot of people don't, but I do. I agree with Jubilee and a big boy. Let's do it. Lockjaw, baby. We can tweak it a bit. What's the point of Abomination? Isn't it just good? I honestly don't know what the cards do yet. So bear with me. Abomination isn't really good. So many Luke Cages. Okay. Is it like gaining points for every... Oh my god, Hulk's already 14. Cost 1 less for each enemy card. That sounds honestly pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good. This is going well so far. Good gameplay.
Wind, aid my hand.
Oh my god, Hulk is OP. So the thing, afflict a random enemy here with -1 power. Repeat this twice more, so it's 9 stats. Abomination is also 9 stats. But it can be cheaper later on. We could also Jubilee, but the Jubilee could hit Thor, Lockjaw, so it's not so good. I think we're looking good. Kingpin out of nowhere.
It's clobbering time.
Okay, this deck's pretty fun, guys. Not gonna lie. Yeah. So we're just gonna slam Hulk. So we missed Lockjaw, we missed Thor. It just seems solid. Hey Vish. Could be Luke Cage, that's true. I mean, we could play the Doom to have more stats mid. Or we can clobber them.
Victory.
Alright. Have you guys seen? I should do my market research to see if anyone's posted a video like this one. Yeah, no worries, Ozan. Thanks for apologizing. All good, mate. Clobber, that's the thing's catchphrase. Oh yeah. I actually got another Marvel shirt today. I've been picking up a few. Got a little Thor shirt, bargain. It's true. No, all good, man. It's actually like a really interesting topic of discussion that I've had previously with speaking other languages in chat. Because like I have no issue with people speaking other languages in chat. The issue is like, you need to be able to moderate your own chat, right? But I don't like telling people please only speak in English. I think that's lame. But it's a tricky one. But yeah, thanks for apologizing. All good. What language is it? Is it like Turkish? Oh, got it right. Let's go. That's impressive. I'm going to put that on my CV. So far, this has been very epic gameplay. Over from Istanbul. What's up? Well, let's take the thing.
It's clobbering time.
These high Evo changes feels like more like playing Gwent with engines and point slam. Do you reckon high Evo's OP, guys? Well, Jane does nothing for us. If we end the turn with unspent energy, Hulk does become better. Now, I guess it was Turkish because it kind of looked. My first bet was going to be like something Arabic, but then I noticed like lots of Zs, and just based off like my knowledge of Turkish football and Turkish football players, I had a stab in the dark. Let's go Doom. You made exactly the Lockjaw Evo deck I ended up playing. Let's go Camro. I had chat's help as well. So Wasp is 3 points, which isn't enough to win either lane, which is not ideal. I'm not feeling like we can win from here, really. Ozan is basically the same as Urzil. Ardatoran, yeah, and Cenk Tosun. Played for Everton. My barber's Turkish. Guys, I can't believe I'm not rank 100. I'm a fraud. Where have you been? All good? I've not been the best, I'll be honest, but I'm fine, man. Thank you for asking. I'm all good. I'm all good. I've definitely been better. But like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm fantastic. I've just had a blip. You get me? It is what it is, man. Had some nice time off. Just like, I would be feeling much better. I think this it's given me some good time to reflect on everything. And I think I just need to like move out, get my own place. Which I've known for a long time. But in the time that I've had off, I've not been on holiday or socializing that much, right? So I've been socializing a fair bit, but as much as I have, as much as I can. But that's my thing, right? Like, yeah. I was pretty excited to get my own place, man. Gave my room like a huge tidy up the other day and it's already messy again. Good to see you back. Everyone has blips and needs to chill out. Yeah, thanks, Fish. I've been doing a lot of cycling recently, which has been nice. Not so much the last week or two. Well, yeah. I did go for a little bike ride a couple days ago. I'm going to go tomorrow morning as well when I wake up. When the peak hot location came out, I think the peak hot location was the last time I actually played. I think that was the last day I played. So I did post a video on that one. Have I seen? Yeah, I've been keeping a close eye on everything still. Alright, we actually hit a card on turn 3 for the first time. Unfortunately, it's Thor. And not the other geezer. I'm going to snap though. Grand Central's really good for us. Big House. I mean, it just looks solid, right? The other card I would like in this one is Odin. I think we need to try and get Odin in here, to be honest. The Abomination, I'm not completely sold on. It's certainly not bad. You can't really go wrong with it. Wave works well. Wave. Interesting. Sunspot helps too. Yeah, Sunspot's obviously solid. The problem is I just have never liked Sunspot in Lockjaw decks because you can find it off Lockjaw. However, with this one, like that's going to make the Abomination a lot better. Rip. We managed to do the impossible. Wave. Turn 4 wave, save energy, turn 5 Hulk.
A superb specimen.
That's very cool. Jubilee Wasp is forever ship. Yeah, true. Okay, and now we're getting BM'd. Brilliant. Alright, so thoughts. Oh, wrong deck. Having played a few games, the Abomination, the Infinite, I'm not liking that much. Odin, I think is very good in these decks because of Thor's Hammer and Jubilee. So I would like to put Odin in. And then the other question is, do we play Sunspot? You have Odin over a bomb? Let's go, camera. Hey, Ozan. Dracula's not so bad. I don't really like Dracula Doom though, you get me? Dracula Doom's a bit anti-synergy. Also Dracula High Evo sounds wrong. Iron Lad also, I thought about Iron Lad, but not everyone has Iron Lad, right? So yeah, Cyclops in general ones. I don't think we want him too much here. Let's try this. Odin in and Infinite out. And I've never liked Infinite in Lockjaw decks. Sunspot instead of Doom. We could play Sunspot, yeah. Maybe Kitty over Sunspot so you can recycle if hit by Lockjaw. Yeah, problem with Kitty is that We probably won't ever. Maybe we would recycle it. It's an interesting shout. Kitty's an interesting shout. It's similar to Nightcrawler, right? I like Cyclops in the control one with Storm, Nebula, Sunspot, Spider-Man, Hulk. That does sound like a specie deck. You're right. We're against a wild chicken. Hey, James. How do I feel about M'Baku? Not so hot. If Arrow was still really, like when Arrow was still really good. Did I watch Tournament? I watched a bit of it. Is it still going on? We were watching some, but they were having some technical difficulties, so I decided to slam some games instead. They already have Lockjaw down. How did that happen? Oh, because they time stoned into it. Yeah. It's okay, but I don't think it's worth it overall. I think M'Baku is better in Thanos than it is in normal Lockjaw. But I ended up cutting it from Thanos, unfortunately, at one point too. One, two, three, four, five, six. We can't play 2 cards into cloning vats, but I really want to play the Wasp here, right? It's just good, so I guess we just throw Sauron into the Lockjaw as well. I did actually want to check out Cerebro 3 with the new Invisible Woman. She's 3 power now, right? Hey, D-Bad. Have you guys, wait. Sauron just hit my Hulk, guys. But it didn't hit this? Eh? What? Is that a bug? You turn your high Evo Hulk into regular default Hulk. But why is this one not? Oh, Sauron's ongoing only. Cool. Thanks. Well, we could Wasp here and then Jane Foster. We should Jane Foster here so we don't end up clogging our Lockjaw lane. Although I'm not sure I'm actually drawing both the hammer and the Wasp now. Because of cloning vats. Well, that solves some of our issues, I suppose. Oh, so we would have been fine. RIP. Well, that sure is a lot of points off to the right. Doesn't look very good for us, does it? So far I'm not too convinced by the build. The Abomination feels a bit off. Like, is this better than a normal Lockjaw deck? I'm not sure on the Abomination. I think it's not quite worth. You also don't run the Thing. So you're just running Hulk. The Thing seems okay. I quite like the Thing. Card to play on turn 4. Like, we already have Jane Foster to play on 5, for example, right? Kind of need Cyclops for Abomination. I can see that. I mean, we could kick the Jubilee. So we can play Cyclops. And Abomination, maybe? Do we want to do that? What's Cyclops doing exactly? When you end a turn with unspent energy, afflict 3. Yeah. On reveal, afflict a random enemy card here. There's 9 points. I think this is fine. I think the thing's fine. Just because this deck has always just wanted like another 4-cost card to play, right? You just want something to play on turn 4. Which the thing kind of is. I mean, you could also argue that Abomination is also a card to play on turn 4. Right? Kind of. But you would have to play Wasp first. Cyclops in the name of 2 enemies. I mean, I've not played the card ever. I'm just not sure it's good for this. Like, I think these cards are all going to be in the deck for sure. And the rest, the last 3 slots, I think are pretty... Like, with Lockjaw, you just want to have an insanely high curve, right? Like, this last game, we didn't even win the Lockjaw lane. I don't think we want Jubilee with Thorn, Wasp, when we already have high Evo. I like the thing because it's a 4-cost card. I think it's solid. I think Abomination might be fine. Yeah, I do want to try out a Thanos version for sure. Yeah, Vision is fine. Nightcrawler's okay. What do I have to do to get you to put a gold border on that Chavez? It's never happening. I like the common border. It matches my Spidey. I just don't like putting jank cards in, right? Like, I'm not really interested in having any cheap cards. It's just going to be another big card we're going to put in. This seems fine. It's what we had, right? Before. The only card we're missing, which what's the card that I kicked? We had Jubilee. You couldn't cut Jubilee? I mean, in fairness, we also aren't as interested in Odin without Jubilee. Alright, well, let's try again then. Same deck. Yeah, I don't think we want Shocker as well, just because... Meh. It's like, when do you even play it, right? The idea of this one really is we're just skipping turn 2, skipping turn 3, pretty much every single game. Sorry, skipping turn 1, skipping turn 2. Like, we could put in a Sunspot. It's going to feel good some of the time. Okay.
Not all dragons crave gold, but I do.
I might snap. They have a good start. Yo, Vish for the 13 months. Thanks so much, mate. Hope you're good. Lovely to see you. Thanks for all the support. Sure. Not the best play. We do get +2 if we decide to go for the Jubilee instead of the Jane. But, we kind of want a Jubilee on the last turn, to be honest, right? So we'll play the Jane to get the Wasp. And then we'll try and Jubilee or Lockjaw into the Doom. In fact, it's not guaranteed, right? Because if we hit the Thor first, then we could hit the Hammer. Well, here goes nothing. The Jubilee. Into Doom. Lovely. Doom of their own. But it's not enough. 4 cubes. Beautiful. Alright. Yep. Okay, so the list we came up with does seem like the one. I thought it was a cig. Nah, I do. I have been smoking though recently. Tobacco, definitely not good for asthma. Maybe that's why I was doing it. What happened to morning streams? Bro, I don't even know. Nah, I stopped doing morning streams because I didn't feel like I was being as productive as I otherwise would be. But then, I don't know. I might bring him back at some point. I was waking up and feeling quite unhappy a lot of the time and like not feeling quite like at my best, I guess. I guess the thing is just solid here, right? It's fine, but not spectacular. And I suppose we want to go Jubilee to the left and then Odin on the final turn.
It's clobbering time.
Nicotine's a depressant, is it really? I mean, the Jubilee's not as impressive as I was hoping with it being Thor and Lockjaw. Let's try our luck. We hit the snap button too. Oh, mate, Hobgoblin when we've got Odin. Don't mind if I do, son. Don't take up too much room, Tubes. Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, they didn't even run. So Jubilee isn't going to give us another card because she triggers first, then the Hobgoblin. It's Destroyer, which does get rid of the Hobgoblin. Where does the Wolverine go? Not where they wanted it. GG.
Victory.
We'll get to Infinite with this deck and then we'll do our Warhammer sponsored stream. But yeah, morning streams might come back at some point. Again, I've had a really weird couple weeks, right? But like, if I go back 2 weeks ago, I would tell you that since I stopped doing the morning streams, I've been doing so much more exercise, which is very true. Like, I've just been like able to enjoy my days a bit more, if you will. But then I just haven't really got into a consistent stream time since I stopped doing the mornings, right? But I think like realistically, they're not going to be coming back. Even though there's a big part of it I miss as well because like I'm so much like if I start the day with a morning stream, you know, I can stream for like 8 hours or so and it's still like early afternoon. I've got the rest of the day, right? But yeah, I've been like going to the forest loads, like going on bike rides, going for just like walks and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to continue with not doing the morning streams, but it's definitely something that I'm interested in maybe bringing back down the line. We'll go for the thing. Is this the best high evolutionary deck? I have no idea. I'm not the person to ask because this is the first high evolutionary deck I've... Wait, what? What is that? Dark Orc. Jesus. Alright. Sounds like Specie got himself a go. I fucking wish, bruv. So like I say, I've not exactly like... And the days off I've had, I've not exactly even been doing that much. Ebbing Forest is so nice. I think I've been there before. I've got a lovely forest near where I'm at. It's like an old royal Real one. I've been cycling there. I go down like an old abandoned railway track to cycle. There's just like a straight line. It's pretty glorious.
All systems go.
Alright. Well, we can actually play the She-Hulk. And the Wasp, of course. I guess we go for it. I guess we bloody go for it, mate. We could hit Doctor Doom. Seems unlikely, but we could. So I'm not going to play anything to the right. It's Doom of their own. We tied the left. Will we win the middle? Doctor Doom wins the game on the spot. It's a flipping rock. It's a flipping rock, mate. I got rockjawed. GG. Was that a respect they gave us? Did they give us respect, or did they give us the Miss Marvel thumbs up? Is that what just happened? Alright, let's go again. Lockjaw in hand, we're gonna snap. I think it's as simple as that. I really do. Citadel don't seem too hot. Oh my god. So we're going to fight for the right, fight for the left. So this is our Lockjaw lane. And Crimson Cosmos is our lane for everything else. Quite possibly Jubilee. Any tips for beginners? Yeah. Retreat button is very strong. Retreating in Marvel Snap is the best way to climb. Finding the right moments to run away. Okay. Quite scary. This whole setup here. We'll take the Jubilee off to the left, I do think. Glorious. We probably don't need to invest the Odin over there anymore, so maybe we could Doctor Doom the right. We could play mid still. Try and threaten some points mid. Tricky one, isn't it? Really tricky. The throne room situation is the big problem. We want a Jane Foster, don't we, to draw the Wasp. Yeah, Hulk is just cracked. My goodness. Do you get Thanos or High Evo? I mean, High Evo's the flavor of the month, so... You'll probably have more fun playing the new card, I would wager, but it's of course completely up to you. So really interestingly here, we get Doom twice. Oh, we could hit Thor. We're gonna go for it to try and hit Doom twice. Obviously, the Wasp mid is more points mid, which is really what we care about. Like, we're not winning the right here, unless we hit Thor and Thor's hammer. But I think Dracula would still be beating us. So we're really relying on hitting the Doom bot again. So 50-50 between the hammer. Oh, the Lockjaw change. I forgot, guys. I'm a noob. The flipping Lockjaw change, guys. Wow. Rip. That was very winnable mid too. Was Wasp mid winning? It was certainly close. Is Luke Cage a good tech option? Yeah. I think he is. I don't know though, honestly. Slow Cab, I'm out of the loop at the moment. So give me a couple of days when I've been playing some more and I'll get back to you. Deadpool, that's a snap. Hello. My opponent plays Deadpool, I snap. I'm a simple man. We're going to play Thor before Lockjaw here. Increases the odds of us drawing the hammer. And we're going to play him into the unrevealed location to try and sneak him into Sanctumorium or something along those lines. Well, with the revelation, of course, that Lockjaw, you can only cycle 1 card per turn. It makes even more sense than usual to play Wasp down into Lockjaw on 3. But we would do that anyway. Yeah, mate, I've just come back off of a 2-week break. We actually lose Thor's Hammer by Yondu. Nice 0-point Deadpool. When that doubles, it's going to be 0 points. Congrats. That's an insane Deadpool, dude. The Abomination actually looking nice and cheap. Let's take it. Hey, Pie Cake. I haven't been streaming last couple weeks, so they're back. I'm going to be streaming a whole bunch this weekend, and I'm back on daily videos. I've had a nice little break, feeling refreshed, feeling motivated, feeling happy. All the important things. We'll contest, right? Oh, they don't want it.
Victory.
How's everyone doing? I'm big chillin', mate, thanks. Nice to be back streaming. We will get a stream schedule locked in. It's not going to be quite this late, but it's going to kind of be this time. I'll just be starting sooner. Then this weekend's a weird one because it's the last week of Premier League football. So Sunday, I want to watch Everton first. And yeah. But we'll be streaming this time tomorrow until pretty late. I'll be starting sooner though, starting earlier, a lot earlier. How's Monarch discard? I think Monarch is solid, man. But yeah, again, I'm not the best person to ask. Like, my early impression is that Storm should be pretty good against these decks. Man, pull back a 0 power Deadpool. That's so true. I don't mind. He has no synergy. That just better plays usually. Hey Momo. Last weekend, if what? Of Premier League, English soccer, football. So my team are 4th from bottom right now. Going into the last game. And the bottom 3 teams get relegated. So if we win, we're safe. If we lose or draw, we could get relegated, depending on the other results. And my team has not been relegated in like 80 years or something. And we only got relegated once in our 200-year history. Over 200 years. It's almost 250 years. Bummer that I put Lockjaw into the X-Mansion. Let's get the Jubilee and then try and get this Lockjaw Valley then. So Kitty Pro costs nothing now. That's pretty insane. Collector's looking mad. Really mad. Oh, hello, Sunshine. And? Alright, alright. Here's where X-Mansion gives us some absolute nonsense to get rid of everything. Hello, Destroyer. That's actually pretty solid. X-Mansion looking good. Although, the Collector's still going to grow. We'll take Jane. Since the Premier League started, I think only Arsenal and Everton didn't get relegated. So that's like Division 1. Division 1. Although Everton did get relegated at one point.
A superb specimen.
But I think it got like disrupted by the war or something. I think Arsenal were technically the only team never to get relegated in like from the first division. But Everton have been around quite a bit longer. I think Everton definitely did get relegated at some point, but something weird happened. Like Everton are the team that have been in the the top flight of English football the longest. The word Premier League is a weird one, right? Because it's like a new media invention. They rebranded it in the 90s, and based off like a lot of the statistics and stuff that the media gives you, you would think that football didn't exist before that. If you skip energy now, does Hulk get bid? Yeah, I would assume so. It's ongoing, so it should. Yes. So we've got the nice ability of having the hammer here. Unfortunately, we can't quite play Abomination and the thing. Or can we? It's still only bloody turn 4. Crazy. And we have the Odin, of course, on the hammer, let's not forget. Oh, okay. Well, I want to play the thing here. How much cheaper do I need to make this? But I also want a wasp here. And I would quite like to Odin them, but I guess I'm just going to Odin the left instead. Alright. Yeah, Odin actually, the synergy it has with Wasp and the thing. Odin is super legit here. And then we've got the hammer, of course, with Odin to try and add some more points off to the right and catch them off guard. We did leave some energy as well, so Hulk's going to grow a bit further here. We're going to top deck the Chavez, but we're just going to be able to play the Odin and the Abomination, if I'm not mistaken. Cost 1 less for each enemy card in play that's affected by negative power, so probably not actually, right? Because we're just going to be hitting the same thing. So I actually could have held on to the Wasp, this means. To combo with my Odin elsewhere. Live and learn. I'm still new to these things. Okay, looks like a fight for the left. Oh, we were 1 off. Oh. We weren't 1 off. I have no idea what was going on with all these changes, man. You guys are going to have to explain this to me. We're going to take the hammer and the Odin. We could Odin mid, interestingly. We'll go here. Alright. Do we have enough? It's looking rough. Hopefully the double hammer is enough to do the business. They don't see it coming, I'm sure. Shang-Chi does not exist and cannot hurt me. 8-point Kitty Pride. Will the collector be growing? Bishop will be continuing to grow. They're beating us to the left. Will the collector grow? No. So it's a tie to the right. It's going to come down to the tiebreaker. 15 points down the middle. 16 points to the left. We lost by a single point. So if I held my Wasp, played the Wasp middle. Played Wasp to the left and had the Odin, I guess we were winning. Heartbreaker. Really cool game though, yeah. So I think if we have Wasp middle, Wasp to the left, we would have Odin it and then ended up with more points, right? Although, I had initiative here, so that's actually not true, right? I wasn't getting more points there. So I actually would have ended up with less points. But the issue is that I didn't Odin, like, if I Odin the thing and the hammer together, right? Like, I had a way of winning if I Odin the hammer plus another card in this location. We could have just given up this lane, tied the right, won the tiebreaker. Let me mute my watch as well. I just started pinging. Put on to charge. Expansion cucked us? Yeah, true. I'll play for a little bit longer and then I'm gonna fire up this Warhammer game because I'm playing for a couple hours and it's getting late. Lots and lots of Marvel Snap tomorrow. Tomorrow's a Marvel Snap day. It's a go to the gym and play Marvel Snap kind of day. Shadow King actually kind of viable. Yeah, Shadow King might be better than ever right now. Excuse me. Who won the tournament? Did Freddy win, guys? Is it over? We'll take the Jubilee. We're looking to hit the Lockjaw still, I would say. Although Dream Dimension does make that not the best. I guess we can take the thing. They snap. Bruv, do you know what? I'm going to be a bit cheeky and stay in this one. They don't have that many points, do they, really? They really don't. Chavez is the best here. So in the deck we have the Hammer, the High Evolutionary, the Thing. Main options are Doom. Or Wasp middle and Hulk elsewhere. Gonna go for the Doom. Lizard loses a couple of points. Hulk off to the left. It's only Wasp down the middle. But it does hit us for a couple of points. The Doom comes through. It gets shuffled. The High Evolutionary comes back out. We tie the middle. We lose the tiebreaker. Heartbreaking. The Thing wins there. The Hammer wins. We lost a 1 in 3 to lose. Is there any tournaments on tomorrow? I was also thinking about setting up some kind of draft tournament for Sunday. Have you guys also seen the High Evolutionary in action in the new Guardians of the Galaxy film? What did you think? I think he was probably the best thing about the film, in my opinion. I didn't enjoy it too much personally. Well, let's put Thor up against the Shocker, seeing as there is a 1 point advantage for the Shocker there. No spoilers, don't worry, no spoilers.
Time's up.
Jubilee is the best top deck we could have hoped for. Let's play for 8, mate. Let's make this at 8 cube. Oh, come on, why not? The question is, where do we play Wasp? I'm going to go here. It's an Enchantress to the right. It's a Wasp to the left. It's a Jubilee down the middle. Everything we hit wins apart from the Hammer. Oh my goodness. Bruv, literally everything but the Hammer wins. Are you serious? For flip's sake, mate. That's a 16 cube difference by losing a 1 in 1, 2. Actually, it was Lockjaw winning. Lockjaw was tying mid, and I would have lost tiebreaker. So Lockjaw was also losing. But everything else was winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did we just draw Jane Foster? I guess not. Tough times. Actually got a pretty bad win rate. We have been struggling. Deck feels pretty nice though. Does feel good. I dread to look at the stats from it. We've lost 16 cubes, 38% win rate. Ouch. But obviously if we just won this last one, we would be bang on even. Thoughts on Howard? It's okay. Not spectacular. Wouldn't buy it. Sorry, guys. Does anyone know who won the tournament? Did Freddy win? Anyone? 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 We're going to snap. I think when you have Lockjaw on 3 in this deck, you kind of have to snap. Yeah, there was a community tournament. Hannah's Cat Cafe was running it. I was supposed to be playing in it, but unfortunately got disqualified. I had too much swag. They had to ban me. Pretty interesting with the New York situation because we can move Lockjaw into there, perhaps. How are the like movies on Prime Video? Is it new? Jubilee into the Wasp. Classic. What a combo. We hit Odin into Wasp though, which actually does do something. Well, we'll take the Jane Foster. Oh, well, the Wasp's already here, so perhaps not. We could slam... Oh, we take the M'Baku and the Jubilee. Let's go. It's quite an exciting M'Baku off of the hub. Oh, I just didn't submit deck lists in time for this tournament. Jubilee first. Oh, rip. Yeah, the ordering has gone a little bit pear-shaped, I must confess. What's come through to the right? Debris. Wow. Good thing we played to the right here. We're never going to Jubilee into M'Baku. That would be really embarrassing. We could still top deck M'Baku here, of course. Okay, the big decision then is it Doctor Doom? Or is it the Hulk? And the other big question is where the bloody hell do we play the cards? I think it's Hulk, because it's M'Baku and Hammer, the only 2 cards left in the deck somehow. Don't ask me how. I think we give up on the left, play for the other 2, and pray. It's controversial. New York just adds that little bit of RNG, right? You never know. I don't love opposition. But let us not forget about the chosen one. The man, the myth, the legend, who never goes into the left lane. So we could have actually put the Wasp into the left to make sure that didn't happen. It looks like we're good though. We got the read. And the M'Baku to join the party just to make sure. Beautiful. Alright, play a couple more and then we'll move on to some Warhammer. And back with Snap tomorrow. Probably be live around... I don't even know. Did Freddy win the tournament, guys? I'm still unaware. Sorry if someone said. Hey, Halfwit. It's good, thanks, mate. I'm real nice. Honestly, we've been really enjoying playing some Snap. It's been probably very healthy and good for me to have had such a long period of time off the game. Not that long. It's like 10 days, but honestly, I've been playing this game every day for like a year now, so... Certainly not going to do me any harm, is it? We're going to snap. It's a District X game. But we drew well. Okoye on 2. They're out. See ya. Probably should have snapped before the Okoye play as well. Let's go half foot. Appreciate you, mate. Nah, it's not, main thing, like, honestly, is I'm actually just enjoying the game. Like, whew. That's like what I'm very, fortunate about my job. I love the game that I play, but the fact that I didn't play it for like 2 weeks, even off stream, kind of shows you that I was feeling a bit burnt out. A little bit. Like, in fact, the last time I streamed Snap, I literally slammed my flipping desk and it broke my my stream. My PC froze. That was the last time I streamed Snap. 10 days ago in a tournament. Oops. Xandar's a problem for them. We have to win the right and the middle. We're going to Jubilee the right. It's our biggest stats investment we have here. Because we're going to Jubilee and then we're going to Odin this lane later on. Oh, for flip's sake, man. I guess we're going to not do that. We might be okay. The Wasp deliver. Draw the Wasp again. What? What the hell is this, guys? This is ridiculous. Cerebro Omega Red, huh? I have truly seen it all. I'm actually rather worried. I guess we go Hulk to the left. Wasp setting Abomination every time. Looks like we're good to me. Yeah, we certainly are. Famous last words. Here comes the Abomination. Really nice. We knew that was guaranteed. GG. Good for a potential deck intro. Like I say, tomorrow we're going to be slamming a whole bunch of Snap. All right. High Evolutionary, the new... Oh, let me start one more time. I've been having so much fun with this new Lockjaw deck using High Evolutionary. You can play this deck without High Evolutionary. He's just added that little bit of extra spice to the deck. We can put Hulk in, one of my favourite characters from the Marvel Universe. We can put Abomination in. Let me start this again, Scuffed. High Evolutionary is everywhere in Marvel Snap, but I had to check out Standard Lockjaw with the added little bit of spice that High Evolutionary offers. Wasp and Hulk are both absolutely extraordinary cards in this deck. Of course, Wasp, just an absolute shoe-in Lockjaw decks. We've still got the Thor and the Jane Foster package as well. You do have to bear in mind that the Lockjaw nerf a couple of months ago has impacted this deck, where you can't play the Hammer and Wasp into the Lockjaw lane on the same turn and hope to cycle your Lockjaw. The High Evolutionary, really, it's mainly Wasp and Hulk, but we've also added in the Thing and the Abomination. Didn't play Abomination too much, but it's quite a nice card to just find off of Lockjaw anyway, and often you can play it on turn 4 in this deck. And the Thing is just a nice card to play on turn 4 as well. You could play something like Dracula in here, but Dracula often hits, you know, something like Doctor Doom or Thor, which feels pretty bad. So the Thing just fits in at that 4 energy slot, which I think is quite an important turn for Lockjaw. A lot of you are going to be wondering, why is there no Sunspot in this deck? I'm not a big fan of playing any 1 or 2 energy cost cards in Lockjaw. The exception probably being Nightcrawler, because you can put it into your Lockjaw lane and then move it out if you pull it. Like, we really need to be winning the Lockjaw lane with this deck. So if you're hitting something like a Sunspot off of your Lockjaw on turn number 6, that's going to feel so sad, when if we just go more greedy with the build, things like Jubilee are much more likely to be hitting all the saucy cards. Have to give a big shout out to Odin in this one as well. Odin has always been good in these decks. It can trigger your Jubilee, it can give you a surprise buff on your hammer, but don't forget the Thing and the Wasp are also on reveal effects with high evolutionary in the deck. Chavez is there for our thinning and consistency, to just find Lockjaw more consistently on turn 3. The Doctor Doom, of course, just a nice play on turn 6 into the Lockjaw lane. Also just a nice find off of Lockjaw, and you've got that Odin synergy in there as well. If I was going to tweak anything about this deck, I think Abomination is the main card you could get rid of. You might want to go super greedy and whack the Infernaut into this one. You absolutely could. Vision is a solid option as well. You could definitely add Sunspot into this one as well. I would personally avoid doing so though. I think this deck is quite fine as it is, with no card on turn 1 or turn 2, because if you play nothing on turn 1, that is going to be giving your Hulk off of high evolutionary that +2 power for each turn you ended with unspent energy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give the video a like and subscribe for more. Cool. I did an intro. It was kind of okay. Okay, thanks YouTube so much for watching. I'm going to be continuing over on Twitch with the sponsored segment. We're going to be playing the new Warhammer card game. If you guys are interested, there's a free demo available. I'm going to link my Twitch now. You can come say hello and join us if you are so interested. If not, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Alright, Twitch.